Welcome to the IM2 lecture. This is going to be covering the Unit 4 test review sheet solutions. In this video, I will be covering number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you take a look at number 1, it asks us to factor these three problems. These three problems have something in common if you take a look. All of them have an A equals to 1. When A is equal to 1, we notice that here we can factor using the diamond method. Okay, this is the reason for why we are going to factor using the diamond method. Okay, all right, let's start. A, let's grab the A, B, C, and A equals to 1. That is the number in front. B equals to 11 and C equals to 30. We put in the diamond. The left hand side is your B value, B equals to 11, and on the right hand side is your C, which is 30. You want to find two numbers that multiply to make 30 that adds to 11. Okay, and the two numbers I'm going to pick is 6 times 5. 6 times 5 gets us 30, so that works. Then on the left hand side we add 6 plus 5. That gets us 11. So that works. So our P value here is 6. Our Q value here is 5. In factored form, it looks like X plus 6 parentheses and X plus 5. These are your factors. Good. B, same process. A is the number 1. B is actually -1. Be careful, it's a negative in front. And C is -20. Same process, draw our diamond. Our B is going to be -1 and our C is equal to -20. We want to find two numbers that multiply to make 20, that adds to make -1. So the numbers I'm going to pick is 5 and 4. One of them has to be negative, so I'm going to make it a -5. -5 is going to be multiplied to the 4. That gets us -20, so that works. And here I'm going to now add them. I'm going to add -5 plus 4. This would get me -1, so that works. So my P value is -5. My Q value here is 4. The factors are going to be X minus 5, close the parentheses, and X plus 4. Okay, these are your factors. Let's look at C. Same process. A equals to 1, B equals to -10, and C equals to 21. Let's do the diamond method. B equals to -10, C equals to 21. You want to find two numbers that multiply to make 21 that adds to -10. Right? I'm going to pick 7 times 3. That gets me 21, so that works. Now I'm going to add them. 7 plus 3. Does that get me -10? No, that gets me +10. That doesn't work. So it seems like I should make both numbers negative. Okay, because if I still make both numbers negative, like this would be -3. No, -3 times -7. That still gets me 21. But now when I add it, okay, it should get me my -10 because both numbers are negatives. Let's take a look. -3 plus -7. That does get me my -10. So our two factors here are P is equal to -3 and my Q here is going to be -7. So my factors would just be X minus 3 and X plus 7 would be my factors here. All right. Next problem is problem 2, A, B, and C. Notice these problems are exactly like number 1. They're the same ones, but it equals to 0, and we're asked to solve. While we can graph it, okay, we notice that we already have the factors. So all we have to do is set the factors equal to 0. So our method here is we're just going to set the factors equal to 0 and solve. Right? So that is our method that we are going to pick here. Let's make sure we understand what we are doing. We are going to set each factor to 0 and solve. So here is for the first problem, right? We saw that that is its factor. So we set the factor here, and we set that equals to 0. Okay. So my two solutions here are going to be x plus 6 equals to 0 and x plus 5 equals to 0. Let's take a look at the solution. Okay, I subtract 6 to both sides. I get here x is equal to negative 6. I subtract 5 to both sides. I get here x is equal to negative 5. Good. Now let's look at b. Okay, same process. I'm going to grab the factors, and we're going to set the factors equal to 0. So my solutions would be x minus 5 equals to 0, and x plus 4 is going to be equal to 0. Okay, to get x alone, I have to add 5 to both sides. I get x is equal to 5. Next, I subtract 4 to both sides. I now get x is equal to negative 4. Good. And then let's do c. We have the factors here, and we set the factors here equal to 0. All right. What we're going to do here is we're going to do x minus 3 equals to 0, and x plus 7 is equal to 0. Right? We're going to add 3 to both sides. I have here x is equal to 3. This one, I'm going to subtract 7 to both sides. I get here x is equal to negative 7. So these here are your solutions. All right? Solutions, there are two. Yeah. Your solutions. All right? So there you go. All right? Those are your solutions. All right? So the video is running long, so I'm just going to stop here. Okay? This video is just going to cover number 1 and number 2. Okay? They're very similar in process. All right?